know what time it is. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. So I had been wondering, in all of this Real Housewives of Atlanta shenanigans, where in the world is Simon? All right, so I think we have our answers. Shout out to Baller Alert, shout out to In Touch Magazine. Here is what we have. All right, and this was blogged by the fine author. Okay, so the headline reads, Simon Guobadia ordered to appear in person at divorce hearing with Portia Williams despite ongoing ICE detention. So has Simon been locked up in the detention center all this time? So here's what the caption says. It says, despite Simon being in ICE custody. So boom, bam, wham, bam, slam. We now know where the man has been, because I'm sure it has had to be quite the relief for Portia to have been able to get through the majority of this season without having to worry about Simon posting on social media. Listen, that just is, that is probably a big, big relief for her. It's probably a big relief for her. You know,
is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you.
I'm just saying, because if you think about it like this, that man probably would have been giving her HE double hockey sticks. It would have been HE double hockey sticks on wheels for her. Y'all know it would have been. So, listen, all I'm saying is it's probably a relief for her, right? Probably a relief. Anyway, In Touch Magazine is reporting that Simon remains locked up in an ICE detention center and was unable to appear at the April 30th hearing due to his detention. Okay, so sounds like he's been gone all this time. Now, the judge noted that ICE has advised that upon receiving a production order, arrangements will be made to transport Simon to physically appear in court. Now, Simon's lawyer is requesting a delay and calling the motion to enforce the prenup a substantive, I can't even talk today, okay? A substantive, anyway, motion that requires findings of the fact by the court. Now, the court granted the continuance, rescheduling the hearing for June 11th, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. Now, if Simon is released before then, the court may allow remote proceedings. So remember that Portia filed for divorce in February after 15 months of marriage. She's seeking enforcement of their prenuptial agreement, which Simon opposes. Now, again, this divorce filing happened in last year, not this year. So it's still ongoing. Now, according to Simon's attorney, Portia failed to disclose that she would return to her employment on the Real Housewives of Atlanta as a cast member, and claimed that she misled him during negotiations. But for the wife's misrepresentations, the husband would not have signed off on the prenuptial agreement. So I guess even that, to me, is kind of, the waters are muddy to me. And they've always been a little bit muddy to me, because I just kind of feel like, he signed off to do Portia's Family Matters, which maybe she had already had that in the can to do before she got with him. But he then signed off on her doing The Stars on Mars, I think she did. And then she did Ultimate Girls Trip. All of these things she did while they were married. So, unless, again, those things were already in the can and signed before that prenuptial agreement was finished, this is what I think makes it a little awkward for people to really understand, because she was still doing TV during this time. So anyway, Portia's team is fired back saying the husband's detention ... is the direct result of his attempt to illegally enter the United States, calling it a foreseeable legal consequence, which technically is true given the current administration's stance on immigration, right? And Simon's past history with immigration. So those things combined really did make for like, WTF, what are you doing, sir? Right? So her lawyer is stating that Simon was fully aware of his longstanding immigration challenges. So it's kind of like you knew that you were having immigration issues, but yet you were still trying to, I guess, kind of maybe allegedly creep in and out of the country and do what you do and move like you had citizenship, right? I mean, I don't know. Allegedly, let's put the alleged badge up here because that's what we know, right? That's what we think. That's what we believe. That's what it looks like we've seen on social media. So, I mean, so now at least we know where Simon has been all this time and why he's been so quiet. I mean, there we are. All right, so let's move on over to Evelyn and Jen. Now, all this is about Jen and her husband, boyfriend, my man, and his career choices, right? Or whatever it is that he's doing that, or has done, things that he's done in the past, all of that, right, is coming into play right now with Evelyn. So, Jen now thinks that Evelyn has problems, issues with the Black women and maybe even the Black men, right? The Black man, right? So now that she's put that out, Evelyn is now stating, or at least putting it out there, what she texted to Jen after the season 11 hot mic moment. And make sure you guys like this post on the Reality Entertainment TV. Now, the text read, you can also find this on the Neighborhood Talk as well. But I saw it here first. So that's, I try to go with where I see it first. And this was also from Reality with .e on TikTok. So make sure you guys are following Reality with .e on TikTok. Okay, so it says here, Jennifer, to Jennifer, if you are up to it, I will call you tomorrow to explain what that conversation with the private eye was about off camera. They basically forced me today to have an opinion about you and your relationship, which all season I told them I didn't want to because I didn't want it to create drama between us. I'll be emailing whomever tomorrow. I'm assuming this is somebody from production. Have a safe flight, and I'm sorry if that was hurtful. So then, again, she states, I'm assuming this is Friday, September the 6th at 12:30 p.m. Hey, Jen, I wanted to reach out to you privately again, even though you didn't respond to my last message since we filmed the reunion. I love you, and I hope and pray this doesn't upset you more, but I'm genuinely worried about you. I've known you for a long time, and I feel like what's happening in your life right now is God's will because he is protecting you, my friend. Please don't ignore the signs he's giving you. I pray that you reconsider moving forward with the legal marriage. So she said the legal marriage. Did she know that they weren't really married then? Or that this was, I mean, are they? I so am confused. Okay. Why do these people do these marriages that don't be marriages? Like all of this, getting married is it's a lot of stuff to do, right? So to quasi do it is like, you might as well just do it. For all the pomp and circumstance and fanfare that you are doing, and I'm talking to you too, Yandy and Mendici, but for real, all of that requires a lot of work. And, you know, there are people who come and celebrate these events and these nuptials, and they spend money to travel and go and do and celebrate. And now some people, they just got it like that. But what if all those people ain't got it like that? They traveling to your ceremony thinking that you getting married, and then and, and then what do you know?
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
You ain't really married. That would just chap my butt, okay? Anyway, she says, don't bind yourself in this way. You are worth so much more than this situation. Who cares about public opinion? You still have the chance to step back and take your time with this. I love you, and I'm here for you if you need to talk. This has nothing to do with the show. Just please think about it, please. So I do feel like I really do feel like Evelyn was probably trying to, like, really not. I think she was genuinely concerned, but I think Evelyn should also know that the more you state about somebody's man, or if they are intending to pretend marry or whatever they are intending to do, and maybe that's why they're not married, is because maybe Jen feels like, I can't bind myself to you until you clear up all this mess, which hopefully that's the case. I mean, I really don't know. So anyway, Evelyn says, crazy how the same people spreading lies are the ones I showed love to. Wish you the best, though. She says the first screenshot is from the reunion hot mic moment. Then the second screenshot is before her wedding and his arrest. Okay. There you can see all of the things that have transpired. The other situation that's actually popping off is that, you know, Evelyn is doing the podcasting Down with the Low. It's given J-Lo. And her daughter spoke about Jennifer Williams and said that, you know, Jen is like a lost woman in her 50s. She says she feels sorry for Jennifer. She doesn't believe Jennifer. She feels like Jennifer wasn't genuine when she apologized for talking about her the first time and she had crocodile tears. And now when she was going through postpartum, she had to hear about these things. So now that Jennifer has come after the game, now, which they don't say his name in the podcast, I don't think. At least they didn't say it in this clip. So I don't know if there's something where she can't mention his name. I don't know what the case is. Who knows? All I know is this. She does understand the correlation that Jennifer was trying to make, but she feels like she's a victim again of something that's brewing between Evelyn and Jennifer, and she does not want to be in the mix of that. And she does feel like Jennifer's not a girl's girl. Anyway, Jennifer responds and says, I'm 49. I pray God blesses me to see 50. Way to go, Jen. Way to clap back, okay, without clapping back at the girl daughter. All right? Savvy of you. Classy. I want to know, is you ain't married, girl, and why? Please, somebody dive into that. Maybe we'll get into that on this coming episode of The Basketball Wives. So let us know in the chatterization down below. Do you think that Jennifer did not go through with the legal ceremony because she is in the back of her mind, like, let me let this situation clear up, or let him clear these things up before we tie that knot? Or what do you think? Why do you think they didn't do a legal ceremony? Or did they do it later? Are they actually married now? As a lot of you stated in the comments, people can change their last name all the time. But I mean, girl, are you legally married or not? That's what we want to know. So y'all let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It's your boy Richie Skye, Skye Squad. We are back in the building. And now we're leaving the building. And I'll catch you in the next video.